Hello everyone, welcome to Scalar Labs YouTube channel. This is episode 1. It's a great day to record this video because it's also 25th December. So if you're celebrating Christmas, Merry Christmas to you and your family. Now let's get into the topic of the video. If you're jumping into AI, it can seem a bit overwhelming. Now everybody, including your moms, is talking about it. So we're going to try and give solutions that work right from beginner level all the way up to advanced. So in this particular video, we're going to look at a completely free solution that you can use to automate posting on social media. It does use a no-code solution using Zapier and Tavily AI to pull in the AI search results and then post it to X. Now, if you have some experience with Zapier or X API, you do know that it's out of reach for most tools. That's because of the pricing. So we're going to bypass that issue by going through a tool called Buffer, which is a social media posting tool. More on that later. So right now we have this Zapier AI agent that's been created. The link to this template will be posted in the description. Feel free to copy it and play around with it, tweak it as you wish. So what does it do? So first, if you are new to Zapier, what Zapier does, Zapier is essentially a tool that follows if this, then that rule, which means if something happens in platform 1, do something else on platform 2. So it takes actions and all the activities. So it connects between, I think, more than 8,000 integrations. So it's a very handy tool. It's a no-code solution, so it works great for people who are getting into it. So in this particular one, example, what we're going to do is look at the trigger. So first, it checks every day at 2 p.m. It follows, Zapier listens for the time. Once it's 2 p.m., then it does a search on Tavily. Now, Tavily is an AI search module which has much better results, and more often it doesn't lead to hallucinations, which can be an issue with AI search results. So in this particular search query, what have I told Tavily? So I've created a query. Now what I'm saying is go through the most important AI marketing analytics news from the last 48 hours. And that's because X, Twitter, is very fast. So you want to be looking at more recent news. You could change it to 24 hours, of course. That's fine. And then create a tweet with maximum 2 short paragraphs that do not require a click on show more on X. So it keeps the tweet itself within without truncating any of the text. So I've kept it a limit of 150 characters. So whoever's seeing it can see something immediately without having to scroll through a wall of text. Now, in the topic, you can either choose to follow generic results or you can follow latest news, because in this particular agent, we're looking at last 48 hours. So I want to be focusing on news related items from Tavily AI, and then let the AI answer what should be the value generated for this wheel. So we'll keep that open. Raw content, we're not going to follow a bulk of text that's going to show up. Instead, let the agent decide how much text should it pull and what's the quality and how deep should it go into this. Include domains. Now, if you are following any particular domains that you want to include over here, that's okay. In this particular example, it's very easy. I've let the AI agent decide which domains to go through and follow. But if you have a particular list of sites that you want to use, it can be very helpful to include the domains over here. So now what it does is essentially in the instructions, I've written it in simple text, but when new content is ready to be posted, receive the original content including text, images, and any other details, links, and post the create the content for X through Buffer. Keep it again less than 150 characters. Don't use hashtags because hashtags are kind of dead, and Elon himself has said that hashtags are kind of useless at this point. So where does it post to? It goes to Buffer social media platform. It does offer a free tier, and I think it's important that if you're dipping your toes into AI automation, scaling up your operation, you should be able to try things at a free level. And that's why in this particular example, we are focused on completely free to use tiers in Zapier and Buffer. So Buffer offers 3 platforms for free. It's very simple login. You go in, connect your X account. In this case, I've connected mine. You bring your, you go back to Zapier, you connect the accounts that you have. So in this case, it says tools that the agent can use. In this case, I've added Buffer. You can obviously, if you want to post this on LinkedIn, sure, that's also there. If you want to post on Instagram, whatever channel might be, but in this case, we are focusing on X. So because X does not have a direct integration into Zapier, so you go to Buffer, and from there it posts to X. Now, important thing, if your query is new, if you want to see how the search results look, you don't want to be directly posting it on social. Instead, what you can do is use the Buffer account, but you can add it to queue, which means that it does not get published until you give it the final OK. And that's fine. If you want to schedule it, if you want to share it, it's up to you, or create a draft. I think in this particular example, it's fine to leave it as on queue, which means when you go on Buffer and once the task is done, it should show up over here in your queue, and from there you can decide whether you want to amend it or approve it and then get it published. So let's run a very quick query on this particular example and see how it looks like. So I'm going to test this agent. It's running a command. It's going through the text that I've entered and said, okay, this is what you want me to do. Yes, let's approve it. And now it should come up with the results. Okay, it's creating a tweet based on AI marketing analytics. Of course, you can change this to any topic that you want. That's perfectly fine. And we should see the results for the tweet. Okay, so here's the tweet that it created. Salesforce is acquiring qualified for agentic AI marketing tools. Meanwhile, brands like Coke see AI ads outperforming traditional campaigns globally. So it could be interesting news that you want to post, and obviously this does give you some sense on whether you want to go in and do some additional research, pull in some more articles if you want to add. But let's say if you want to post this, so you click and approve. It then sends it to Buffer, which is happening right now. We will move to Buffer in a second. Okay, cool. So it's done. Workflow completed. Okay, great success. So the same tweet that we saw in Zapier is now available over here. So from here, you can decide if you want to edit, or if you want to, you can obviously add some more details. I'm going to discard over here, or if you publish, then obviously it goes onto X timeline. So this is a very, very short tutorial, and we're going to be increasing the complexity of examples as we go through. But again, this is a completely free tier, which means in Zapier, you are allowed up to 400 activities on a free plan. So each activity means that, let's say in this particular example, listen for the event, which is 2 p.m. of every day. So that's one event. Activate Tavily search and pull in the results, create the tweet, and then send to Buffer for queue. So these are 4 activities that are happening within one particular Zapier agent. But if you wanted to test this on a monthly basis, you could kind of squeeze in between in the free plan. I think so. Obviously, it depends on how many platforms you're posting to and what level of details are you adding to it. But I think it should be possible. Even Tavily AI, it has up to 1,000 API credits free for a month, which means that you might be able to make it happen in the free one. Again, this is a very simple guide. All you need to do is click on the template link, which is going to be in description. It'll take you to Zapier, sign up, and then activate the template. And all you have to do is connect your socials. So in this case, it would be your Buffer platform. Create an account in Tavily search and then connect it over here. If you want to add any other tool, you can obviously go through the integrations that Zapier really has. And that's it for this particular example. So I think it's a very easy to follow template. It removes the stress of the complexity of which tool and the quality, and how do you bring in multiple tools and then make something happen at a very simple level. So this is a beginner's video, but in following videos we're going to start changing the speed, and we're going to be looking at much more difficult examples, and we're going to try and help everyone with solutions on the way. So that's it for episode 1. If you enjoyed, please click the thumbs up. Do share it with somebody who is in your social team. And yeah, that's it. I'll see you for video 2. Thanks. Bye.